Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would film my October TBR. I already have all the books planned out because I knew I wanted this whole month to be like spooky, fall themed books, but I thought we could pick out the order that I'm gonna read them in together. I thought that'd be fun. So let's do a quick rundown of the books before we get started. First book is You Again. This is an enemies to lover romance book. So we have our love interests, Ari and Josh. Ari is a comedian and Josh is trying to become a chef, or he is a chef, and they are sleeping with the same woman and their paths cross again. They both have broken up. I don't know if it's with that woman or just both are going through breakups, and then they kind of turn into a friends with no benefits type of thing and become friends. So it might be enemies to friends to lovers, maybe? We'll see. The next book is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I thought this would be perfect for spooky time, obviously because it's about witches. We meet Micah, who is an orphan, and she's a witch, but she does not use her powers because she's kind of like not supposed to. I think she's being raised by like mortals, if you will. And she posts videos online where she pretends to be a witch. She gets a note asking her to come join the Secret Society of Witches, and she meets Jamie, who is a librarian that sees Micah as a threat. So excited to read this. I've heard great things about this. Then we have The Ex-Hex. I've also seen this all over Book Talk. It's a very short little book. A witch named Vivian is going through a heartbreak in the beginning of the story, and she curses a hex on her ex, which she's not supposed to be doing. And then there is Reese, who is a descendant of the town's ancestors, and he returns to the town, and it seems like they have to save the town together. The next book is Butcher and Blackbird. This is a friends to lovers dark romantic comedy. It is a trilogy. It is about two serial killers who kill other serial killers, and they kind of bond and become friends, and it kind of just seems like they travel all around the world, and we see how their friendship and eventually love develops. So I'm very excited about this. I've heard very good things about this as well. The next book is The Spell Shop, and I saw this at Target and I had to get it because of the edges. They're so pretty. This is kind of less on the spookier vibe than the other books, but it is like magical, so I thought it would fit right in with this time of the year. It's about Keela, who's a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium. Her and her assistant kind of collect all these spell books and keep them in this safe space. A revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, and her assistant flee with all the spell books that they can carry and head to Keela's childhood home on a remote island. And she has a nosy and, as it says, a very handsome neighbor who kind of always checks on her and kind of can't take the hint that Keela kind of wants to be left alone. To make money, she starts making jam for the local bakery, and I guess she starts using spells to kind of help her out in some type of way. According to the inner page, it's like a Hallmark rom-com filled with mythical creatures and fueled by cinnamon roll and magic. Very excited about this one. And the last book that I picked out for this month was Listen for the Lies. I saw Sarah Crowley read this and it looked very interesting, and I'm always trying to look for new thrillers to kind of step out of my romance genre. It's about Lucy and Savvy, and they kind of grew up in a rural Texas town, were best friends, like very stereotypical, you know, golden girls, if you will. Lucy married her dream guy, got a big house, all of that stuff, and Savvy was a social butterfly, loved by all and especially popular with men around the town. One day Lucy is found wandering the streets covered in Savvy's blood, and everyone begins to believe that Lucy murdered Savvy. And it says it's been years since the horrible night, a night Lucy can't remember anything about, and she has since moved to LA and started a new life. But now the phenomenally huge hit true crime podcast Listen for the Lie and its two good-looking hosts, Ben Owen, have decided to investigate Savvy's murder. So very interested to see how this will go. Okay, now we know all the books I have picked out. I have a website that you can either pick a card or spin the wheel, and it'll give you a prompt to pick a book. So I thought that would be fun to do, to pick out the order that I'm gonna read these books in. So let's go. I don't know if I should pick a card or a wheel. Let's see what the wheel is. Okay, we're gonna do a card because the wheel just was not it. Okay, let's pick a card. It says to have your kid pick a book. I don't have a kid, so new card. This card says to pick a book that has a place in the title, so let me see. Okay, so the two from the books I picked that have a place in the title is The Spell Shop and The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Technically that's a place because it's a secret society, but I do feel like I want to leave this one until later in the month just because it'll get closer to Halloween, and this is kind of a cheap shot at the prompt. So our first book for the month is gonna be The Spell Shop, and I'm so excited because I've been looking at this at my bookshelf and wanting to read it for so long. So very excited. This is our first pick of the month. Time for our second prompt. Okay, this one says an author you've never read, but I've never read any of these authors, so I'm gonna skip that because we're back to square one with that one. Ooh, okay. This one said the highest rated on your TBR. So I'm gonna go to Goodreads and see what the ratings are. Listen for the Lie has a 4.12. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches has a 4.11. So Listen for the Lie is higher than that. The Ex-Hex has a 3.49, so that one's out. You Again has a 3.59, so that's also out. So far, Listen for the Lie is the first. Butcher and the Blackbird has a 4.07. Okay, so that means Listen for the Lie is our second book of the month. Okay, next prompt. Most recent purchase. I did purchase these all together, so under 250 pages. Let's see if any of them are. The Ex-Hex looks like it's the shortest. Okay, yeah, this is 308 and it looks like it is the smallest. I'll check the irregular. Yeah, no, they're all over 250 pages. So next one. Ooh, a friend pic. I'm gonna send a picture to my friends and see if they respond. Let's send it to them. Okay, I just texted 3 of my friends. Whoever responds first, they will pick. Okay, I waited 5 minutes. They're all fake friends, so we're gonna move on. This one is a book that ends in an even number of pages, so let's see. I'm just gonna pick the first one that ends in an even number of pages. 413. Nope. Butcher and Blackbird. 345. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. 316. Okay, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches is book number 3 for the month. Next prompt. I'm not liking any of these prompts, so we're gonna spin the wheel this time. This one says a book in a series. I guess these both are technically series. When I looked it up on Goodreads, this said The Hex #1, but this is a trilogy and I feel like it's more known to be a series than the Ex-Hex, so I'm gonna pick Butcher and Blackbird for the 4th book of the month. Our last 2 are You Again and the Ex-Hex. This one said to do a random letter generator, so I have to go do that. I'm gonna do, if I get a T, E, or H, I'll do the Ex-Hex, and if I get a Y or an A, I do You Again. Okay, we're spinning. You! Not one that I picked. We're spinning again. Spinning again. Oh, T, T. Okay, after going through many prompts that didn't fit and many letter generators, the 5th book of the month is the Ex-Hex. And then that means to finish off the month, I'm gonna be reading You Again. Maybe a nice little romance to finish off the month, round out the month. I feel like that's a good vibe. So once again, our order is The Spell Shop, Listen for the Lie, A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, Butcher and Blackbird, The Ex-Hex, and You Again. Those are all my October TBR picks. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what's on your October TBR, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.